1927, at the 5th Solvay Conference on Physics in Brussels, Belgium, a new proposal of mind over matter was admitted to try to resolve inexplicable behaviors on quantum mechanics. With the greatest minds in physics attending, such as Einstein, Pauli, Dirac, Bohr, Heisenberg, Curie, de Broglie, Schrödinger, just to name a few, the subject of consciousness and the atomic world was at hand. Heisenberg and Bohr approached Einstein with a new theory that the minds of the researchers were affecting the results of the experiments. Einstein could not accept this at first because it violated all mathematical models. Years later, he admitted it was happening. Einstein said, "Anyone who becomes seriously involved in the pursuit of science becomes convinced that there is a spirit manifest in the laws of the universe, a spirit vastly superior to that of man." A spirit is consciousness. So for Einstein to have made this great transformation can only mean that something convinced him that it was really happening. Did great powers hide the truth about what was discovered at the conference because they knew they could not control us if we knew the secret powers of our minds and collective consciousness? All matter originates and exists only by virtue of a force. We must assume behind this force is the existence of a conscious and intelligent mind. This mind is the matrix of all matter. Max Planck, the father of quantum physics. The secret of mind over matter was known 18 years before the first atomic blast at Trinity Site, New Mexico, July 22, 1945. As early as 1957, Professor Hans Eysenck, then chairman of the psychology department at the University of London, wrote a letter insinuating that there was a gigantic conspiracy involving some 30 major universities all over the world and hundreds of highly respected scientists to silence the truth about what we knew about the powers of human consciousness.
Our brains also don't work the way we were taught in school. Learning isn't here, memory isn't here, speech isn't here, this isn't there, this isn't somewhere else. Genes are not controlling our biology.
There's something else that's needed to explain how it is that we behave, how we interact, how we heal.
Matter is compressed energy. Information is patterns of energy. There's an information flow in our bodies.
I would say that what medicine calls the placebo effect is, by all means, an effect that is created through energy fields. As we often say, one has to believe in it, then it will work. That is correct, yet we don't think about how we actually do that every day. If, for example, we want to watch RTL, a German TV station, then we press the RTL button, which means that we go into alignment with the frequency where RTL can be received. RTL is always present, but if we don't focus on it, then we won't receive it. So, when I want to watch RTL, I have to focus on it. I have to engage in it. And here it is the same. When I focus on something with my mind, the information follows this attention.
The heart generates by far the largest rhythmic electromagnetic signal in the body. If you look at this magnetic field as a carrier wave, it's being modulated with information.
It's time for us to bring these qualities into the mainstream conversation about what is necessary to create an optimal.
We need a field theory to explain how the nervous system in all its complexity can coordinate everything that happens in the body.
We may be inadvertently affecting all kinds of events through literally how people are behaving. If you have 500 million people having a hatred for another group of people, that summated intention and energy. If you follow just where our research is going, our lab and other labs, leads us to the conclusion that we are going to be having these synergistic effects, that we're all interconnected through our consciousness and our energy. And so therefore, we need to become conscious of this, and then we need to be able to transform our consciousness so we can take more responsibility for the effects that we're having on everything else in our environment.